purchase other teaching materials. The Vice President of the World Bank, Dr. Hafiz Ghanim, who met with President Magufuli, told today on November 16th this year at the State House in Dar es Salaam, said that apart from giving the billions of dollars to Tanzania, the bank is continuing to fund many development projects in Tanzania, which are collectively worth 1.3 trillion shillings. President Magufuli promised that the fifth phase government will maintain and further develop those relations that it has with the World Bank by ensuring that funds which are given by the bank for development projects are actually used as intended.
I commend the World Bank. You see, after independence, projects worth billions have been coming to Tanzania, and we have had a great relationship. So he has come to confirm that they shall never abandon Tanzania. That's why they've given $5.2 billion US, which is worth trillions of shillings when converted to Tanzanian shilling. So we are grateful. The World Bank is an excellent partner, and we shall keep working together.
As you know, the World Bank and Tanzania have been partners for a long time, and we are very proud of our partnership with Tanzania and with the good results that are being achieved in terms of economic growth, in terms of macroeconomic stability, and we are very also proud of good results in fighting corruption and in improving public services. We have a huge program in Tanzania today, which is $5.2 billion of different projects in the social sectors, social protection, and in infrastructure, whether it is transport or energy or others.
Finance is what connects the government and the World Bank. All projects done by the government on loan and some on grants. I'll mention a few. Dar es Salaam Port renovation project, whereby work is going on and it's 24% complete, financed by the loan from the World Bank on low interest rate. There is another project at Ubungo Interchange, also financed by the World Bank, as well as BRT project, which has been completed, as well as BRT Phase 2 project, also to be financed by the World Bank.
The police force in Mwanza has successfully killed 7 robbers during an exchange of gunfire between the police force and the robbers, as well as successfully capturing 2 weapons, including an Army AK-47 gun with 2 magazines and 41 bullets at Mlima area next to Kishiri Primary School, Nyamagana district.
Alikamatwa Hashim Said Abbas baada ya mtuhumiwa huyu.
We arrested Hashim Abbas, and after interrogation he confessed that he took part in a lot of robberies in Mwanza. He targeted Bureau de Change shops. A task force led by Mwanza police force arrived in this area, led by the suspect. Our country is a hub of peace, and we shall not let anyone disturb the peace. We shall work together in this. The government is behind you to give you any support you need.
The 13th session of Parliament of the United Republic of Tanzania has concluded in Dodoma region today, whereby Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa assured the Parliament that the government will continue to deal with people who have been involving themselves in national examinations. Some members of Parliament from CCM said that this session has been of great benefit to the nation, while those from Chadema said that there was nothing new in Parliament, as many of the things that were passed are of no benefit to the community. The 14th session will begin on January 29th of next year.
Natambua kuwa mitihani ya taifa kwa darasa la 4 kidato cha pili.
The Standard 4, Form 2 and Form 4 examination is going on, but recently there has been cases of exam leaking. My instructions to all institutions responsible for supervision and conducting of national examinations is to make sure that they supervise this exercise well. And if any cheating cases are identified, strict measures will be taken against such individuals.
Dhidi ya yeyote atakayehusika na uibizi wa mitihani hiyo.
Mojawapo ya mambo ambayo tumejadili ni swala la mapendekezo ya
Some of the items we've discussed include implementation on proposed national expenditure. We hope now the government will be able to implement proposals made by MP.
Hoja nyingi ambazo watu walikuwa wanazitilia mashaka.
There were a lot of issues that some people were doubtful, but sadly they were not heard.
The Senior Resident Magistrates Court of Iringa Region has released on bail the Mayor of Iringa Municipality, Alex Kimbe, who has been charged with asking for and receiving bribes from one of the bodies in Iringa Municipality, which give out tenders at around 9 a.m. in the morning. The Mayor was arrested on November 15th at the Gentle Hill Hotel in the town of Iringa. The PCCB's prosecutor, Restitutus Kesi, read out 2 charges to the defendant, Alex Kimbe, in the courtroom. The case charges are asking for a bribe of 10 million shillings from an official who awards tenders and receiving 2 million shillings from another official who also awards tenders in the Iringa municipality. The defendant denied all the charges in the criminal case with the number 147 of 2018. The court released the suspect Alex Kimbe on a bail worth 10 million shillings after the defendant had satisfied the condition which was demanded for bail, ensuring that 2 sponsors signed the bond terms. The case was then adjourned until 10th of December this year.
There is evidence, then the right measures will be taken to combat corruption. So this is not motivated by anyone, be it politically or otherwise.
Now, residents in villages benefiting from Makambako electricity project Songea in Njombe and Ruvuma regions have been told to come out and take forms for affordable electricity input after the contractor completed distribution of electricity in the villages within the 1-month deadline following a low interest in the opportunity.
Kwa niaba ya shirika la TANESCO ni kwamba tumewekeza.
TANESCO has invested a lot, and anytime we get an opportunity, we urge people to come forward. A lot of the infrastructure is ready for use, but not many people are applying to be connected. So this is not the problem with the engineer, it's just that not many people are coming forward. Engineers must not ask the local residents to be connected. It is not fair, as most do not have the money to do so. We have advised them not to pay any amount in addition to 27,000 shillings, which is the only amount one has to pay to be connected. Some of the people responsible for fitting the meters lie to residents that they are outside the area and that they must pay more.
Students of Manyoni and Itigi Council in Manyoni district are in danger of not performing well in their examinations, as some of them spend a significant amount of time involved in games of chance. As chairman of the Defense and Safety Committee, who is also Manyoni District Commissioner Rahabu Mwagisa, said this when leading the exercise to burn down the games of chance which were captured in the district and have been used against the law by being placed in illegal areas.
For license holders, if we find out you are permitting kids under 18 to play games, then legal measures shall be taken against you, and the game machines will be set on fire. We have had an increase in truancy. Kids don't want to go to school anymore. We have gathered all game machines near schools, hospitals and places of worship where such machines are not supposed to be installed. We have a total of 29 machines and we shall set them on fire. Legal measures will also be taken against companies that went against terms and conditions of their licenses. I commend the government for carrying out this exercise because now our children will be able to concentrate on their studies. This will also help them stop stealing money from their parents and will listen to us more.
The Vice President Samia Suluhu Hassan has told people who are supposed to move from intended conservation of forest reserves to do so immediately, as the government recognizes, according to the laws and procedures, that people living in the Ngorongoro Reserve project are the only ones permitted to do so. Vice President Samia Suluhu Hassan said this outside Minjingu Fertilizer Factory in Babati District, Manyara region, after observing production of fertilizers for tobacco.
The government is governed by laws and regulations. If you are asked to vacate a reserve area, you must do so. A lot of what is happening is as a result of people not wanting to obey.
The government, in partnership with industries who manufacture electricity meters in the country, have planned to begin the usage of state-of-the-art meters, which will enable customers to buy new units of power supply via their mobile phones. Once the new units of power supply have been bought via one's mobile phone, they will be straight away entered into the electricity meters instead of the old system, which a customer had to enter numbers into a meter so as to gain access to brand new units of power supply.
This is to make sure that meters can be procured internally using our graduates who have qualified. This will also create jobs as well as sell our products to other external markets. Two projects are now complete, Kinyerezi 1 and 2. Kinyerezi 1 produces 150 megawatts that was completed 2 years ago, and Kinyerezi 2 producing 240 megawatts, which is now completed. Our capacity is 30,000 meters. Our target is to produce 1 million meters per annum. Our big customer is TANESCO, though we are holding discussions with Kenya and Uganda so we can expand our market. Our major challenge was there was a lack of expertise, so we had to train a couple of graduates. Now they can fit in many roles.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next after the break. We'll be right back. And in international news tonight, the High Court of Uganda has given the official date when the case opposing changes in the constitution removing an age limit for presidential candidates, which will be in January next year.
Council shall highlight the parts of the authority in substance. Each party shall be given an hour.
Now, residents of Kamoni ward south of Rwanda have been disturbed by ongoing murders in the country and disposal of dead bodies in their areas.
We don't know what time the bodies get disposed. When we wake up, we find the bodies in the river. A lot of dead bodies cannot be identified. Many of the bodies found are badly damaged and cannot be identified. Those that are not badly damaged are taken to the hospital for autopsy.
And non-government organizations, NGOs in Beni, Kivu, northeast of the Democratic Republic of Congo, have commended the Army and the United Nations for beginning a new operation to seek out rebels on the outskirts of Beni.
We are happy by the operation that has been started. Certain issues have not been addressed as they were seen not to be working.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows next.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. Now, a few days after residents of Simiyu region complained on distribution of cotton seeds being conducted with favoritism, with other seeds sold out against government procedures, Bariadi District Commissioner Festo Kiswaga has given the Cotton Board 7 days to ensure 200,000 farmers in the district receive sufficient seeds.
Kwa sababu mimi sitaki wananchi wangu wapate shida.
I don't want my people to suffer. They use a lot of energy and resources, so we must provide them with seeds.
Lakini wanapalilia wao.
Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture (TCCIA) has said that among reasons that led to preparations for the commemoration of 30 years since TCCIA was started include providing an opportunity for entrepreneurs and local companies to advertise their products in the local market and support their efforts in implementing Tanzania's industrial policy heading towards an industrial economy.
We have decided to have a trade exhibition attended by local businesses. More than 50 companies will showcase their products. The main reason why we are here is to showcase available opportunities so that areas set for investment are well equipped. Women know how to produce products very well. The problem is in finishing.
A lack of certification from Tanzania Bureau of Standards on some products by entrepreneurs in South regions has been listed as a reason they are not trusted in local and international markets. The statement was given during a meeting that brought together entrepreneurs from Mtwara, Lindi and Ruvuma regions so as to provide education on how to gain a TBS certification.
If education is given on quality, then our products will be marketable outside. They don't understand why their products should be of the highest quality when they already have a market. If the commission they are asked to pay is not much, then more will come forward to be registered.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows next.
Hi, my name is Kotaro Tokuda. What's up? My name is Céline Garnier.
I'm John Barnes from Liverpool Football Club. The hip, hop, a hip, the hip, hip, hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear?
I'm watching Sports Gazette. I'm watching Sport Gazette.
And you're watching Sports Gazette
with Sebastian.
With
Sebastian. Peace out.
Yes! And you can also watch Sports Gazette for highlights and interviews regarding sports. Do not miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
Welcome back, and in sports news. With 3 days before national team Taifa Stars faces off against Lesotho to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations finals, Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa told members of parliament that it is now Tanzanians' return to qualify for the finals of the competition.
We wish them the best, good preparations, and a win to our national football team, Taifa Stars, when they play Lesotho national team in the 18th of November 2018 to qualify for AFCON in Cameroon in 2019. The journey to Cameroon is straight. It's our turn now.
The government, through the Ministry of Information, Youth, Artists and Sports, together with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, have agreed to run the second women's athletics competition in the 24th and 25th of this month at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam.
The aim of this competition is to realize talents in athletics which have been hidden in women's side. Talents which can be nurtured by the ministry and sports stakeholders to reach international standards and represent the country in the coming international competitions like the All-African Games, which will take place in Morocco next year, and the Olympics that will take place in Japan in 2020.
Manager Gareth Southgate saw a glimpse of the future as England celebrated Wayne Rooney's final international appearance with a comfortable, friendly win over the United States at Wembley. Here's more on the story.
Southgate gave debuts to 3 players and they all impressed, with Bournemouth forward Callum Wilson's goal keeping an industrious performance up front. Brighton defender Lewis Dunk and Southampton goalkeeper Alex McCarthy, a second-half substitute, were barely tested but both were solid on their first appearances, while Borussia Dortmund's Jadon Sancho played the full game as he won his second cap. Rooney, winning his 120th cap in a fundraiser for his charitable foundation, made a 33-minute appearance on a night England showed their appreciation for their 33-year-old record goal scorer.
And 6-time champion Roger Federer bet Kevin Anderson 6-4, 6-3 to secure his place in the semi-finals of the ATP Finals for the 15th time. Here's more on the story.
Federer's victory means he tops his group, boosting his chances of avoiding world number 1 Novak Djokovic in the last 4 in London. The 37-year-old Swiss looked out of sorts when he lost his first match on Sunday, but bounced back with 2 successive wins. South African Anderson had already won 2 matches to reach the semi-finals. Top seed Djokovic is already through to the semi-finals and can clinch top spot in his group by beating Marin Cilic.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.